Hi everyone, this video is part of a follow-along series about setting and achieving goals for your life. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to set effective goals that will enable you to make consistent progress towards your vision. Hi everyone, Teresa here from Lead Yourself. I'm helping you to lead your life towards more freedom and more happiness by providing insights and tips on how to improve your life when it comes to time, energy and money. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe for more videos to help you with that. Up to this point, we have been finding and refining our vision for our lives. If you haven't watched the first two videos in the series, make sure to check them out first in cards above. So today we're going to talk about setting goals. And that's really important because even if you can move forward without setting goals, you will eventually feel lost. I've discovered over the years that whenever I was trying to do something without setting goals, I always quit since it never really felt serious. And on the other hand, everything that I did set up a true goal for and really wanted, I ended up achieving. But it needs to be a smart goal. There are a few key ingredients to make a goal effective. And maybe you've heard the term SMART goal before, but do you know what it actually means? Apart from the actual word SMART, it's an acronym. The S stands for specific. This means that you need to be very clear on what you want and why. We have worked on the why already in the previous episodes of this series, so your main focus now is to focus on the what. The reason that having a specific goal is important is that if your goal is unclear or fluffy, you will not be able to focus when working on it. Think of a leader giving unclear and fluffy instructions to a team. What do you think that would result in? Most likely confusion and lack of motivation. So in order to lead yourself, you need to do what any good leader does and communicate very clearly with yourself. The M stands for measurable. Maybe you've heard the saying, what gets measured gets done. That's kind of true actually. First of all, you need something to tell you when you have achieved your goal. And second, you need something to tell you how you're doing along the way. I find that the best measurements are objective ones that leave nothing to interpretation. So say your goal is walking up a mountain, and one way to think about it is that you have succeeded once you get to the top. But that in itself doesn't really tell you a whole lot while you are walking. Sure, you can gauge your progress by thinking like, yeah, now I'm 1/3 there. But even better would be to find out the actual altitude of the top and actually have a GPS device tell you your current altitude or distance or whatever. And that way you know exactly how far along you are. And the measurement also tells you if you're moving in the wrong direction. And anytime you are, you need to adjust. That is the power of measuring, to act as an alarm when you're off track. And a good measurement is also a powerful form of motivation since it allows you to see progress before you see results. There should only be a single measurement for a single goal. If you have more than one measurement for a goal, then you actually have several goals. So keep it simple. A stands for Achievable. While it's good to dream big when finding a vision, when you're setting an actual goal, you need to make sure that it's actually achievable. When taking on a new goal, it's like making a promise. If you fail too many times achieving your goal due to aiming too high, you will stop trusting your ability to achieve your goals. When determining if a goal is achievable, you need to consider what resources are available to you for achieving it. And it helps if you know of somebody who has achieved what you want to achieve with similar resources. Or maybe there's a program or a commonly known velocity with which your goal can be accomplished. For instance, an exercise program to help you run a certain distance in a certain number of weeks, or the fact that losing 0.5 to 1 kilo every week is a reasonable weight loss expectation. Or if you are investing money, you can use things like expected return of investment or interest rates or whatever. Now, a word of warning, don't go too easy on yourself. There's definitely a value in a bit of challenge. And there is a sweet spot between being bored and being overwhelmed where your motivation will be at its peak. So make sure that your goal is still inspiring. And you don't have to know exactly how you're going to achieve it at this point. Just have a gut feeling or some sort of proof that it's doable. And R stands for relevant. A relevant goal is a goal connected to your vision and to making actual progress in the right direction. For me, this has always been the hardest to grasp, but it forces you to evaluate things like if what you're trying to accomplish is actually worth your time and resources, if it aligns with the rest of your life and your goals, and if the timing for it is right. Imagine that you want to start a new business in your spare time, but at the same time you have other things that will take a lot of time to accomplish. Then maybe you need to wait or prioritize. Also, do you have the support from the people closest to you? Without that, you will run into difficulties very quickly. And finally, T stands for time bound. You need to set a date for when you want your goal to be accomplished. And this simply prevents procrastination and forces you to keep moving forward instead of thinking that you can do it later. And having a deadline also helps keeping your goal in the front of your mind and prevents everyday tasks from taking over. So now to start working on your goals. Go ahead and download the worksheet from the link in the description if you want, and print it out if you can, or fill it out on your computer. Now go ahead and set goals for yourself that will bring you closer to your vision. I recommend setting goals with a maximum time frame of 1 year and having a maximum of 3 goals to start with. Now that said, you can have many goals at once, but seeing as working on a goal is a little bit like a project, it has multiple phases. And you don't want to have too many things in the startup phase at once because it requires focus to start something new. But once you get up to speed on the first goals, there's nothing really stopping you from adding more if you feel like there's room for it. So watch your vision board and choose what you want to work on first, and make sure your goals are smart. A little trick when writing down your goals is to write them in absolutes. Use statements starting with I will. And you can even add a little twist to it and write I will easily. I find this makes goals feel less overwhelming and more approachable. I also encourage you to connect images to your goal, maybe even something from your vision board. Also, think about what types of obstacles you might be encountering and what resources you have to overcome them. And this will put your mind into a problem-solving mode, and that's great preparation for figuring out a successful strategy to accomplish those goals, which is something that we will talk more about in the next video. But for now, we'll have to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more videos like this. Also, make sure to drop a comment if you've got any questions or if you need help with something, because I'm here to help you. That's it. Thanks for watching. Now go create your goals or browse through some more videos to help you lead yourself. See you soon. Bye.